Appreciate it, Ellen, and we'll be back right after a quick break.
So get this. I'm in a car accident. I'm banged up pretty good. An insurance company offers me a check for $10,000. At the time, it seemed like a lot of money. So I took it. Such a bad move. Between the medical bills and the time I missed from work, before I knew it, I was broke. What's worse? I found out later, my case was actually worth over $200,000. I should have called Berg Injury Lawyers.
I'm Doug Hopkins with BrothersBuyHomes.com, and I want to buy your house. I'll make you an as-is cash offer on your house within 24 hours. Whether it's a total fixer-upper or in perfect condition, BrothersBuyHomes.com is the easiest way to sell your house. When you sell your house to BrothersBuyHomes.com, there's no fees, no commissions, no banks, and no repairs. Just go to BrothersBuyHomes.com for your free, no obligation cash offer 24 hours a day. That's BrothersBuyHomes.com.
The KRON 4 Morning News Weekend Edition.
Thank you so much for joining us on the KRON 4 Morning News. I'm Stephanie Lynn.
With live reports on breaking news, bringing more in-depth coverage of important issues.
What kind of steps are you now taking in your district to prevent these crimes from happening again?
And connecting you with events throughout the Bay Area. Stay connected. Stay informed.
We have a lot to cover for you this morning.
Weekends from 7 to 10, only on KRON 4, the Bay Area's local news station. Tap into the talent of 250,000 veterans that leave service every year. Get your organization involved with Vets in Tech and join us at our annual Veterans Day Gala. Go to vetsintech.co to get your tickets today.
The polls close in California in just a few minutes.
Our coverage continues beyond that. Pam Moore and Ken Wayne will be here right after this.
Thinking about doing a remodel? Then go to akcremodel.com, because when you hire the best, you're never disappointed. From kitchens to bathrooms, our trusted labor has got you covered.
Behind the scenes as the TV networks cover the historic midterm elections. The demand is off the charts. Who won? What's going to happen? Tell me, tell me, tell me. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Tonight at 11, followed by ET at 11:30.
KRON 4's live in the Bay. A hot new lifestyle show to spice up your afternoons. Join host Olivia Horton for tips on living your best life with talk on the hottest trends, celebrity interviews, the inside scoop on the best spots to eat, shop, and play around the Bay. Plus so much more. Live in the Bay. Weekdays at 1 on KRON 4. Sponsored by Vets in Tech. Proud to support veterans into tech careers.
KRON 4 News, the Bay Area's local news station. No one brings you more local news than KRON 4. Starting with 6 hours in the morning, ending with 3 hours in prime time on KRON 4, the Bay Area's local news station. KRON 4 News, your local election headquarters.
And it is 8 o'clock. That means polls are now closed all over California. And there's Grant. He's getting ready to come up in a moment. We also have been keeping an eye on the mail ballot processing centers in San Francisco and in Alameda. They have live cameras running all night so that people can check in on the process. Thank you for joining us for our election night coverage, everybody. I'm Pam Wayne.
And I'm Ken Wayne. The first results from California races could be announced any minute. The polls close, but while we wait, we have some results coming in from some big races across the country.
That's right. Our Grant Lotus is here in the studio with us now. He has the latest. Hey, Grant.
All right, hello. I'm sorry about the close-up. This is a better view of me, and here's the best view we can give you of the balance of power right now. This is the U.S. Senate. It was 50-50, as you both know, entering the evening, and it's still tied. 42 for the Democrats, 42 seats have been called for the Republicans, and here's where things stand. We'll scroll down, show you the map. Here's what things mean. If it's dark blue, the race has been called, the Democrat wins. Dark red, race has been called, Republican wins. Pelosi, McCarthy, all called. Okay. Newsom, Pelosi, and McCarthy have all just been called, according to our producer. So we'll continue to watch that. Light blue means the Democrat is leading. This is a key Senate race, so we'll zoom in and show you what's happening here. John Fetterman, the Democrat, has a narrow lead over the Republican, Mehmet Oz, Dr. Oz. Fetterman, of course, dealing with the aftermath of the stroke. Oz, the TV star who's backed by Donald Trump, 65% of the vote counted there in Pennsylvania. Light red, or pink if you will, means it is leaning Republican, or the Republican is leading, and that is the case here in Georgia. Probably the other key race. Where did that go? Here we go. Herschel Walker, the Republican in the race, has a little over 49% of the vote. Raphael Warnock, the Democrat, the incumbent here, has 48.8. So they are extremely close. You see here with the actual numbers, we're talking about a 12,000 vote difference with those two. We'll head west, which is light blue, because that is where the incumbent Democrat, Mark Kelly, a lot of people know him as the astronaut, Gabby Gifford's husband. He has a big lead with 47% of the vote counted over the Republican challenger, Blake Masters. So that's a quick look at where things stand right now with the U.S. Senate. More races called. You see 43 to 43 now for the Republicans and the Democrats, and Pam and Ken will certainly monitor this throughout the evening. So it's close. We knew it would be close in the Senate. The House seems to be skewing Republican as predicted. We'll dive into that, but the Senate, it couldn't be closer.
As things stand right now, though, if you talked to Republicans yesterday,
yes,
big red wave. They're going to carry the House and the Senate. They are picking up seats in the House, but maybe not by the margins that they were expecting, and of course the Senate's still a toss-up.
It really is, and you look at some of the other key races. Ohio was thought like maybe the Democrats can get something going here, but Tim Ryan is trailing J.D. Vance by a good margin there in Ohio, and it just never really materialized for him there, but you're right.
Can you punch up Wisconsin, because that was really close as well?
Sure. Rob Johnson here, the incumbent, with 66% of the vote counted, has a 1 percentage point lead over Mandela Barnes, the Democratic challenger there. Johnson aligned with the former President Trump, election denier, and Barnes, Wisconsin's one of the tightest states. Whenever we're talking about presidential election, Senate election, so it's not surprising that that is so close, but a good indication of how this could be a long night, could bleed into tomorrow, or perhaps next week.
Yeah, all right. Grant will be back in touch with you, of course. Thank you for that.
We want to mention also that the Associated Press has just projected that Governor Gavin Newsom has won the race for governor in California.
Yeah, of course, he faced Republican State Senator Ryan Daly. It was expected that he would win. It's just by how much of a margin. We'll check in on that a little later. Our Capitol correspondent, Eitan Wallace, joins us live from the hotel in Sacramento, where Newsom is expected to speak at any moment. Eitan, what can you tell us about what's going on there?
Well, we can tell you, first of all, you can feel the excitement in the room. You can hear the music here blasting. This is a yes on Prop 1 rally. And, of course, just literally 30 seconds after the Associated Press has called this race, well, Newsom